In this video, we're gonna talk about something that not a lot of other channels talk about, and that is exactly how much that this lifestyle costs us. In the midst of telling you about that, we're also gonna share some money saving tips on how we save money when it comes to RV related expenses. So you're definitely gonna wanna stay tuned. If you're new here, my name is Charity, and my husband Ben, our kids, our dog, our 2 cats, we've been traveling the US in our motorhome for over 5 years now, and we have learned a ton along the way. So the reason that we have this channel is to share with you in the RV community all of the things that we've learned, tips, tricks, hacks, great places to go, stay, food to eat, and more. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We've got some really cool travel videos coming up later this month that I know you're gonna wanna check out. So in this video, we're gonna share with you exactly what our expenses have been so far year to date 2022 as it relates to RVing. Before we jump into that, I do want to kind of give a quick disclaimer when it comes to things like expenses and budgeting and money spent, and that is life. And if you're living and breathing, you're going to have expenses. And whatever you currently spend on things like food or insurance for your cars or your cell phone, a lot of that's not going to change much when it comes to coming over to the RV lifestyle, because you're gonna have those expenses regardless. So we're gonna share our RV related expenses with you and tell you exactly how much that this lifestyle has cost us this year. Now, part of our philosophy is experiences over things. And because we really want to be able to go, do, and see, we need to have resources available to make that happen. So that is why when we purchased our RV, we purchased this RV used. And I'm gonna tell you exactly how much that we paid for this RV. We purchased it in 2018 and we paid $40,000 for this RV. It's a 2004 Fleetwood Discovery diesel pusher RV and we love it, but because we did pay cash for this RV, we don't have any sort of monthly payments. We don't have monthly payments on our vehicles. Our vehicles are older vehicles. They're not the newest vehicle, but they're dependable, they're reliable, and the best thing is that they are paid for, and that frees up resources for us to be able to go, do, and see, and really prioritize those experiences over things, even in the RV lifestyle. All right, so let's dive right in and let's talk about exactly what this travel lifestyle costs us on a yearly basis. So our first expense that we have every single month is mobile internet. Now, if you're living an RV travel lifestyle, you need to have a mobile internet solution. And if you work from the road like we do, you need something that is reliable and robust. We have a plan that is through Verizon, an AT&T, and a T-Mobile plan. Now, what we are paying for that every single month is just right around $60 with taxes and fees. I will let you know, we have got some grandfathered plans that you currently can't get. So we're fortunate in the sense that we have got those cheaper plans for now that still work for us. If we turn on our Starlink, which we do use as a backup, add another $130 a month onto that for mobile internet. We have used our Starlink about 6 months this year on the RV plan just because it has worked better in some areas than the other options that we have. Our next expense, campgrounds. So our campgrounds year to date for 2022 have cost us $8,000. We have actually saved quite a bit this year by using some state parks and with our 1,000 Trails membership, but we've also stayed in some places that are pricier. So just outside of New York City, that campground was not cheap, but we weren't going there to save money. We were going there to experience New York City. Same with Acadia National Park and the campground outside of Boston. Those areas, they're not the cheapest areas to go stay. Again, we weren't going there because it was cheap. We wanted to go experience those particular cities. So that's what our campground expenses have been so far for 2022. We'll have a little bit more that we'll have coming up towards the end of the year for campground expenses, but nothing significant because we're using our 1,000 Trails membership. All right, number 3 is insurance. Here's something I want to talk just a little bit about. We have to carry commercial insurance for our RV, and our commercial insurance runs us $1,848 per year. If you are making content in or around your RV, you need to talk to your agent to see if you need commercial insurance. We do, because we make money If you make money from posting on Instagram, TikTok, anything like that as it relates to RVing, you need to check with your agent and make sure that you don't need to make that switch to commercial insurance. There's a good chance that you might. So the next thing is health insurance. So this is a question a lot of people ask about. What do you do for health insurance on the road? So we technically don't have insurance per se. We utilize a health sharing plan. Now this enables us to be able to see any provider that we want. We don't have to worry about is somebody in network or out of network or all of these other things. It also saves us a ton of money by being able to actually shop around for our expenses. So this year I needed some imaging services and I was able to actually call and find out who has got the cheapest imaging services in the area. It's usually not the hospital, it's usually a standalone imaging center. And so that not only keeps our costs down, but it keeps costs down amongst the group that we're sharing those expenses with. Lots of different health sharing plans that are out there. We're part of a faith-based one. There's also secular ones that are not faith-based. Just check out your options, do some research, and I'm sure you can find something that would work great for you on the road. All right, so our next expense as it relates to the RV lifestyle is fuel. Now our fuel year to date has cost us $5,500. This was not a cheap year to have a diesel pusher RV. But again, it's not about saving money, really. This is about going and seeing and doing, investing in those memories with our family so that we're prioritizing these experiences over, more stuff. Fuel could have cost us a lot more than that had we not used our TSD Open Roads program card. So I'll put a link in the description below. I did add it up and we saved about $300 on fuel using that card this particular summer. So that's something you want to check out if you have a diesel vehicle and you're not currently using that. The next expense is RV accessories. Here's where I'm just gonna say this varies across the board. So many different things that you could do when it comes to RV accessories, and it's really no secret how much different things cost depending upon what you're looking at doing with accessories. Now I will tell you, we have been super thankful for eTrailer when it comes to RV accessories. We've gotten several RV accessories from eTrailer this year, including a bike rack that we just got in to be able to transport our e-bikes now on the back of the Jeep. Now, the one thing we like about eTrailer for being able to get RV accessories is that RVs are so different. There's so many different applications when it comes to getting those accessories. And with eTrailer, you can actually jump on the phone with them. It's all American support. They're right here in the US. Talk to them about what's gonna fit best on your RV. They have an amazing return policy if for some reason you get something and it's not what you expected or it doesn't work, which they pretty much try to avoid that with being able to call and talk with their representatives. We've gotten several accessories from them this year, including our Max Air fans, our toilet, the bike rack that I just mentioned, all sorts of things. We love eTrailer when it comes to being able to get RV accessories. We do have a link in the description below for eTrailer. If you're shopping for anything RV related, make sure that you check them out first. RV maintenance. We do try to do what we can ourselves to save money when it comes to maintenance, but this thing's big. It's a diesel pusher. There's just a lot going on that we can't do ourselves. So we do utilize Freightliner dealerships, CAT dealerships if we need emergency service on the road. So our total expenses for RV maintenance this year has been $4,767. Most of that spent at the Freightliner dealership, but also at the Freightliner dealership just purchasing parts that then we have put on ourselves, things like an air filter and a filter for the air suspension system. Things that we can do ourselves, we will, but a lot of it has to be done by Freightliner when it comes to actual maintenance. The next cost, and I am gonna go over some things and some totals, some things we did that we didn't have to do, but we did it anyway. So stay tuned for those. Our new lithium batteries and inverter install ran us $5,000 this year. There's no way possible we could have participated as season 1 contestants in the RV Unplugged show without that particular setup. Well, I say there's no way we could have made it happen, but it was a much more pleasant experience boondocking for 15 days straight with the lithium setup. Now our renovation phase 2, where we had paint done in here, we had some mods that were done inside of the RV, that ran us $6,200 this year. Now the last thing we did was our RV roof. Now I'll put a link right up here if you wanna take a look at how that process worked. Super thankful that we did it. rvroof.com did a great job spraying our roof It is now a lifetime warranty roof, guaranteed against no water leaks. And because it's a 40-foot diesel pusher, they charge by the foot. So our total cost on that this year was $7,000. So our total costs for things as it pertains to RV living, the RV itself, RV lifestyle this year was approximately $40,000. A lot of people, especially on social media, tout this lifestyle as being cheaper than living in a sticks and bricks. We're not talking about the RV lifestyle in the sense of taking an RV and parking it and not moving the RV and just downsizing your living. There's a lot of ways to live small. You can live small in an RV, you can live small in a smaller apartment, there's mobile homes, there's lots of ways to live small, but we're talking about the RV travel lifestyle. It's not necessarily cheaper. And that is one of the myths that we see perpetuated over and over. And if you'd like to know some other myths about the RV lifestyle that we have seen perpetuated, well, I'm gonna put those right here in this video that we talked about just that. If we do not see you around the campground or out on the road, we'll see you in the next video.